Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
I know. I
In the
struggle
United
with
States.
what to say having this like middle of the day show. I want to say good morning, but it is afternoon in some places. So, and
That's
technically
right.
now it's noon. It's afternoon here.
Right. So we're excited to kick off our day. Congrats to Latifa. Those Phillies definitely got it done last night. I'll be sporting a new Phillies hat come Monday because that was my part of the deal on that, which is nice. It's nice. Oh yeah, Latifa has made it, and she says good evening because she probably just got off of work, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. But we got some more sports there yesterday. The big day for us was watching the Chiefs Broncos. I'm wearing my orange in honor of their loss yesterday. But yeah, I mean, the Chiefs got the money, but did not go over as we expected. So it could be that receiving staff is kind of in turmoil, right? They got about 6 receivers. They try to get in and out. Maybe there's not a lot of parity there. I'm not quite sure what's up with the Chiefs, or is it like Pat Mahomes not quite right? What is it, Tiff? What do you think? D, what's up?
The kids don't have school today, obviously. I don't know. I just feel like the Chiefs are disappointing, and maybe that's not even the right word because they're still winning. But I think we've just been so the expectation has been set so high now, or the bar is really high that we expect them to be like the Dolphins and score 50 points a game, but they just haven't been doing it.
Right.
My take on it is I still think that they really are just kind of playing to their competition. Like I don't, like they knew the Broncos aren't the greatest. It's a division rivalry. They kind of have their number anyway. They were just like, we'll just go win it. Go to bed, like whatever.
Right. Well, let's say hi to some folks. I mean, we got Hurt here today. Make sure you guys go ahead and like and subscribe. Click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you never want to miss out when we go live every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We got YouTube user in the house. Good morning. We already said hi to Latifa. Ron, he was like, I'm not sure if I want to take that Kansas City Chiefs.
Really? I don't think the dog wants to be in the video.
She does.
She does. But yeah, it's one of those that Ron was like, I don't know if the Chiefs are going to be over. I've been, opposite. Whenever I take the over, they hit the under. Whenever he takes the under, they hit the over. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
And then we got TJ. TJ's here. TJ gave us, I'm pretty sure, another winner yesterday. At least I took, Jack Hughes for 2 points, and I got it. So I didn't actually see if it was a goal scorer, but I got a win. So TJ, you got to keep it up. You got to keep it up. Give us more picks. That's what we're here for, right? But yeah, TJ said Chiefs need a stronger wide receiver core, and so maybe that's what it is, right? I mean, because you're trying to get the ball to Rice, Scantling, Watson. You got who am I missing? Sky Moore. I mean, there's just Tony. I mean, they got so many that maybe it isn't like where you're with Seattle and you just got Metcalf and Lockett and maybe another slot receiver every once in a while, But yeah, Ron said SMU did their thing. He got himself a big same game parlay, their winner as well. Tiffany, she wants to say good morning to everyone.
Even though I said good morning. Literally.
Ron Crawford is here. I'm waiting for the big Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day. That's what he does. He brings it to us. And then, what does he have? More Jack Hughes today and maybe an Alex Ovechkin anytime goal there as well. So make sure you don't miss out on those. You got to go ahead and get TJ's picks whenever he's up because he's totally hot right now. That's for sure. So Tiffany, I hear that you're going to bring us some winners for this Sunday's football matchup.
Yeah, that is the plan. I picked out a couple games that I like here. The first one, I like the Panthers Dolphins on the over. I think it's at 47.5 when I checked. But I take it at 48. Dude, please don't. The Panthers defense is giving up 28.8 points per game. Bryce Young, he's had 4 interceptions and 2 fumbles in 4 games so far. So I think we're going to count on him for a turnover during this game.
Yeah.
And if you look at the stats, Tua and Tyreek together almost have as many yards as Bryce Young does all by himself. So I think that, again, it's going to be like a lot of those other games where Dolphins are going to it's going to be a rout. I think it's going to be easy over 48. My next one I like, I've been on these guys quite a bit, the 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers, I hear they're good. They're good.
I've heard that too. But they're playing the Browns, and I don't know if you've heard, but Deshaun Watson's out. And the Browns have kind of been struggling with him. I don't think they're going to put up much of a fight. I like him at -6. I think the line right now on MGM is -10. So I'm going to shop around, see if I can get that a little lower. But honestly, I don't think the 49ers will have a hard time covering 10. But again, we like to be conservative. And if I can move that down a little bit, I certainly will. And then the last one is I'm picking the London game again. But the good news is this week, they're both going to be jet lagged, I think. So it's Titans versus Ravens. Right now, it's Titans +4.5. I like the Titans at +5. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Titans are going to hang in there. Like statistically, if you look at the Ravens, they look like they're the far better team. They haven't allowed a rushing touchdown yet this season, but I think that my boy Derrick Henry, one of my other favorite players, he really hasn't been putting up a lot of numbers this season so far, but maybe he'll get another passing touchdown for me. But I think that they're going to do their thing. And then when you saw the Steelers, when the Steelers beat them, it was really like those wide receivers. And I think that if they get DeAndre Hopkins involved, the Titans should be able to keep this one close. And I'd also point out that if you watch that last game of the Ravens, I think they are trying to lose.
It's official. But yeah, I mean, the Ravens over the last 4 weeks, they do have the #1 ranked defense, but they only ranked 20th on offense, which is kind of surprising. Like you said, for a Ravens team here, if I kind of go down the list, I look at that Carolina team, right? They're ranked 24th on offense, 30th on defense. And what was your other one there?
So Panthers, Dolphins over, 49ers -6, and Titans.
That's what it is. Yeah, 49ers. We know. Yep, 49ers, 3rd ranked offense, 5th ranked defense. Cleveland, 27th ranked offense there as well.
A lot of people like to tell you that the Browns have a huge home field advantage, but I don't think that is going to be enough to stop the 49ers. So
yeah, but isn't it one of those, like they've always said, like really for the way things have been going in the NFL, that it's really not, there really isn't that home field advantage. Like you don't really find that in the numbers. I still think we always think it's about 3 points for home. At least that's kind of what it's always been in the past. But the numbers don't ever really prove that there is a real big advantage for home and away any longer.
Well, and I think that quarterbacks and everything have adjusted or adapted to it. They know going into Arrowhead or Seattle that the crowd's loud. They work around it. They figure it out.
Right. So, Latifah, she's looking at, take my New Jersey Devils tonight, and then TJ to follow up. He said, I think Jack Hughes just has really something to prove, here today. But I love that parlay, Tiffany. Where can we get that one at? Or where do you go usually for your...
When I was looking this morning, if I put that into MGM, like I said, the numbers are a little different than I want, so I'm going to keep shopping around, but that's at plus 581.
581. That's cool. That's cool. And then, so what do you got over at Tony's Picks.com today?
I have a $25 3-pack.
Nice.
Multi-sport. It'll be a surprise. Go check it out.
And then we got Ron. He's saying, hey, why don't you take Colorado minus 9.5 and Shedeur Sanders over 300 yards. And
I am on Team Prime for the record. Like, I love it right now. I'm rooting for Colorado. I might be the minority here in Iowa or Nebraska, but yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see what you got for college or what you're thinking. Are you college picks today?
Kind of going, through these games here with what the other folks out here like, because mine's going to be a combination of everything that's kind of going on here today. So Marissa NP, is that for like no problem. She just loves, or they just love Colorado. But yeah, if you look at Crawford or Ron Crawford here today, his play of the day is the Devils minus 145 three-way on that one.
With the Devils, I always think of that Seinfeld episode where he's got his face painted and he's like, I'm the devil. And I always want to say it that way. The Devils.
The Devils. Narissa also has Memphis, Fresno, perhaps the over on Memphis there as well. Also want to say hello to other YouTube user Undefined. So well out there. And then Jacob has said, Mindy, where have you been? Here I am, noon. Well, noon our time, 1 p.m. Eastern. You can find us here every Monday through Friday, of course. Oh, and Ron just asked brag still, whatever, Ron. But yeah, Latifa, she said, I like Minnesota, Atlanta, Cincinnati versus those Seahawks, Niners for sure, and Miami. Oh, and then she says, maybe I'll have to agree with Ron and just on the Lions. But yeah, Jacob, he says, well, maybe not. Maybe Arizona's going to cover hay this week. We'll see, right? And then, of course, Michigan, Ron is being Homer, Mr. Homer. Michigan looks really good right now. I think they might be able to sweep the Big 10 here or the Big 18, whatever it's going to be here pretty soon. But it's going to be tough, I think, when you get to some of those passing schools out there in the Pac-2, the Pac-12. It's going to be interesting to see. We got some good matchups here. With Oregon and Washington. You got USC, Notre Dame. I mean, it's going to be a pretty good day. That's for sure. All right, so here we go. Are you ready for this? I totally won my my same game parlay that I gave out yesterday. Barely though, because West Virginia, the poor guy in Iowa that spent 50 grand only to lose with 3 seconds left to Houston, who's terrible. I might add, but yeah, that's how I would be, right? If I went and blasted on a game, I would definitely lose it with 3 seconds to go. No doubt about it.
Yeah, you get a bad beat when you put down big money like that.
So maybe we might know who YouTube user Undefined is when they say go Seahawks.
Yes, I might have an idea.
Right. But Ron says, oh, what if I take Oregon +3 versus those Washington Huskies? I think it's going to be an absolutely great game. Starts at 2:30 our time. So we're kind of like hoping that when we go to our Parrot Head 3-day drunk activities tomorrow, because I think he changed the name of it to 3-day drunk is what I had seen. We're getting some jambalaya, crab boil. We're hoping that they can maybe have it on TV. Or we might just have to go,
The official answer to that question is maybe.
Maybe. That's what
they said it depends on the internet, because they said sometimes it thinks that they're in Des Moines and then they can't get local stations. But it depends on what the airwaves are happening.
Well, maybe we might have to, do drugs. Ron, you're giving away all of our secrets all at once. Like, we can't be doing this. That's for sure. But yeah, so here's what we got today, folks. I'm going to give you my same game parlay here today. I like these. We're going to start off here with Memphis. I'm going to take Memphis today at +7.5. I'm taking my work here to FanDuel because they have 100% profit boost. Like, I guess I just want to totally give, money away here. I think, I have Memphis winning this one outright by 2. So I definitely like the points at 4.5, but I'm just going to go ahead and tease it up over the touchdown, taking Memphis +7.5. Then I'm going to go ahead and take Fresno State here today, straight up on the money line. So I have them winning this by 3.28. So it's not quite covering the 4. So it's kind of right on that line for me, but I do like Fresno State. Utah State, I don't know if they can stop those 2 running backs there. For Fresno. They're pretty awesome, that's for sure. And then I'm going to have to agree with Latifa, Ron Crawford. I'm going to go ahead and take the Devils today on the money line. I'll just take a money line -240. Again, we talk about that we don't really play a lot of hockey, but this is a huge mismatch versus the Coyotes. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Like, this is one that you got to go ahead and just put your money on here today. And then I'm going to go ahead and agree with Ron. I think Colorado just totally annihilates Stanford here today. Stanford is just terrible. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Colorado. I'll still go ahead and tease it to -7. I have Colorado winning like by 11.78, even though I feel like the lie detector has determined that is a lie. I feel like they're going to win this one by 30. Like, I don't even think it's even gonna be close. Stanford has absolutely zero. Let's count it again. 0 skill players that average over 50 yards of anything. I mean, like, that's way worse than Nebraska. I mean, come on. I mean, Stanford's pretty bad. So I agree. I mean, maybe look at Shador over the 300 yards, over the 2 touchdowns. I think this one is just going to be a giant blowout. So if I take Memphis, Fresno State, Colorado, the Devils, that starts out at +364. I get my 100% profit booster for $728. I made, $82 yesterday on my same game parlay. I'm making 182 here today on this one. That is for sure. And that's the thing too, like with the Devils, right? They averaged 3.5 goals all last season. I think they just totally get this one, even though I don't want to go ahead and give it out to my subscribers just yet. Because again, I feel like I'm going against my own, way if I go ahead and give out the numbers before I actually have the numbers.
That made perfect sense.
It probably didn't at all.
As long as you understood it, that's all that matters.
Right, exactly. Again, I think they've known over time that we're a little like absent-minded. Like, we're like, we study really hard, and then when it comes to everything else, we're like, I don't know, my brain isn't motion anymore.
I know. I can't remember
now.
And then I'm always afraid I'm going to like mix the teams up and say the wrong team or something too, like when I'm giving out a pick. And so that's why I'm like, I gotta read sometimes because you can't trust this old brain.
Right. I mean, it's got, numbers after numbers. You guys know what it's like out there. I know you know, but that's why you come back and watch us for the fun, for the winners, because I know you wouldn't watch us if we just lost all the time.
That's right.
Even though we're like, 2 annoying chicks out here. That's always the comments we get. You guys are 2 annoying chicks. Why should we even watch you? Well, because we win. That's why.
Hey, it's better than 3 annoying chicks.
But I have a 3-pack of plays in college football tonight, so you can go ahead and check those out at TonySpicks.com. Always remember, because you watch us here on YouTube, we do give out the exclusive promo code to our YouTube viewers, and that is Tony T. Make sure you go ahead and use that at checkout. It's also the weekend time, so this is a great time to buy one of those 3-day packages. I had another person buy my 3-day yesterday, so thank you for that. And so go ahead and get the 3-day, because that way you get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are volume players here. We always have been. We go by the numbers. These are our plays. If it's 5 or 25, we put those out there for you. So it's kind of up to you to look at your consensus or just totally follow us, however, that works out. But yeah, it's a great time to go ahead and get that for $99 just over the next 3 days, because you definitely want to catch us when we're hot, which we have been. You can see us out there on the leaderboards. Tiffany just cashed out all of her packages here again yesterday. She's on fire. And the thing is with those props that you put in, they're not quite graded yet. So as soon as you get those, then Tiffany will be, boom, up there on top
on the leaderboard.
Exactly. But Jacob, he's like, hey, do you think Colorado's going to cover that 12.5? Yes, I do. I mean, I do think they win this one by
and I think that's Jacoby. I don't know what you said.
Did I not say Jacoby right?
I thought you said Jacob. God. But anyway, again,
yes.
Like my all-time favorite backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, make sure you come back and catch us on Monday. I want you guys to win over the weekend. So again, buy these packages if you need a little help over the weekend. And good luck and have fun. We're gonna
we think 13 is lucky here. So happy Friday the 13th. That's going to be a good day.
Yeah, so maybe you should tell the folks what you're doing tonight for Friday the 13th.
Oh,
I mean, I'm too scared to do this, so I'll be watching the kids, but you can tell us what you're going to be doing.
We are going to a ghost hunt at the Squirrel
Yep.
Cage jail. Yeah. I don't know if anybody watches Ghost Adventures or all those crazy shows. I'm into
Check it out.
I think
Squirrel
it's fun.
Cage Jail.
Yeah,
Count
but
the
it's
blocks.
it's been on a lot of the like national or like shows and stuff. So we're going. So
They're going on a haunted tour. I do not mess with the spirit world. I do not.
I make it back.
Right. Otherwise, Latifah is going to be my next co-host. So, yeah. All right, you guys. Take care. Have a good day. We'll see you on Monday.
All right. Bye-bye.